Pre-crisis in 2019, there's some obvious reasons that we've talked about a lot on our website, and I'm just going to go over those again with you guys, just so we can support our theory of what's happening right now. So obviously we got some of the best weather in the world because we're right next door to San Diego. On really clear days, I can see San Diego from our balcony. I don't want to say even we have weather here because the weather really doesn't change that much. And I think because of that, it makes it really an ideal place for people that might be living in extreme weather places. Are also looking to move to something a little bit more stable. We also, the driving distance, which is key right now, and it's one of the biggest points that we want to make is that driving distance. In today's world where we saw that the airports can all of a sudden get shut down, you don't want to be stuck in a place that you can't drive to where it is you want to get back to either your business or your home or your family. So having that accessibility, like we do with Rosarito Beach, we never saw the borders get shut down. The borders, there were restrictions for certain travel, both coming both ways, but they never got shut down, which meant if you needed to, for essential travel, you could always get back and forth across the border, which I think gives people a sense of security. So if they're living down here and they have medical issues or they have family, or for whatever reasons, they can always get back and forth across the border, which I think is starting to become more and more important, especially in a day where we've seen in these days where we've seen that air travel can be restricted, and you don't want to be getting stuck anywhere in the world and not being able to get back to the US. And obviously these were some of the things. Access to medical service is really important to a lot of our clients. A lot of our clients are in a demographic of the baby boomers, and they need to be able to get access to their US health plans and their insurance companies. Getting mail and packages is always important. The cost of living, which we'll talk about in a little bit, is one of the main reasons that people want to choose to move to Mexico. And the affordability of being able to buy an oceanfront or ocean view house is something that maybe you would not be able to do if you wanted to live in California or some of these other coastlines in the US. After 2020, here's what we saw during the post-crisis. So here's what's happening, and we already talked a little bit about this, is people wanting to escape from high-density cities. So people that are in there that are seeing the infection rates go up, or maybe they're concerned that they don't want to be in these cities for whatever reasons, that they don't feel safe. They feel that they want to get to more of a suburb or a place that is not so highly populated. Obviously, that's why one of the reasons they're choosing Rosarito Beach. The city here, and they've done a really good job of implementing safety protocols. Now, we know some of the surrounding cities are being a little bit challenged with the higher infection rates, but Rosarito is really low with the infection and death rate compared to some of the surrounding cities and compared to some of the other cities in the United States. We've been able to implement safety protocols with the lockdown and the social distancing and the mask wearing and everything, that we haven't seen an overwhelming amount of infections in our city. And I'm going to knock on wood that it doesn't come, but I'm really glad that I'm living here, and I'm glad that my family and my friends are here, because I would hate for them to be in a big city and not being able to get away and have that ability to distance themselves from that problem. Okay, so we talked a little bit about the San Diego weather right now. I just want to remind people, because sometimes they forget, some of these other destination places we end up going to just on high seasons when it's the best, and it's when most tourist people go to these places. But you should be really considering, do they have hurricanes, tornadoes, dust storms, extreme heat, blizzards, floods? I mean, we've seen some extreme weather going on around the world right now. And it was funny because me and Louie were talking. Louie goes, yeah, but we had a flood, we had floods here last year. And I'm going, yeah, the streets flooded a little bit during some heavy rains, but nowhere near some of the floods that we've seen happen across the United States where houses were underwater. We don't have those kind of extreme conditions here. So I think that, we get a little bit spoiled here. We think we have weather, but I see people putting snow gear on when it dips below 60 degrees, which for most people that I have, my family coming from back east in Buffalo, they're usually wearing shorts when they come here when it's in the 60s. So once again, we've got some of the best weather in the world here in Rosarito Beach.
Thank you for watching our video. If you're planning on buying real estate in the Rosarito Beach area, make sure to give us a call. Have a great day, everybody.